Check. Upload. Please. Hello everyone. Today, the new beginning for you, and you all join with us to get the idea about what is this subject and what is this subject meaning and what is this subject value, that idea. So, I'm Rajitha and we are Media Sarni and English medium, only English medium uh, media class in physical and online in Sri Lanka. This is the only class for media studies. So just we can discuss what is this and what are the advantages that we can see according to this subject. And after studying this subject, what type of things you can do in the future and how this subject really important for your lifestyle, your life in the future or nowadays, day to day, daily based ideas. So public relation things also depend on this subject, public relation. Not only public relation, think about your life, your family, your friends, your enemies also created according to the subject idea. Actually, this is not only a subject, not only a subject. This is actually a work, process. It's a process idea. And not a new process, it's not a new process. It's a very old kind of process, you understand. Before develop this subject, actually this is only a process, okay? But now we can see it as a subject. It as a subject. To understand that as a subject. So this subject, most of the people says media. But actually this subject name is not media. Firstly, you have to understand that thing. Media. Easily people says media is the subject, but media is not the subject. Media. Media is a path, okay? But the subject full name is not this thing. Full name is this one. Okay. Communication and media studies. Communication and media studies. That is the full subject name. How to understand that thing. Full subject name is communication and media studies. Communication and media studies. Communication and media studies. So process is what thing? Process is communication. Process is communication. Media is the practical way to use communication. That the thing. Then what is communication? Very simple. Day-to-day life, all the people do this thing. Okay. Now I also do that now. What is this? This is communication. Have to understand that thing. Communication is not a new thing. It's a very old one and very common one. Okay. And you are the luckiest people to understand this thing as a subject because other people can't understand that thing as a subject and they never learn that thing as a subject. You are the luckiest people you can learn that thing as a subject. Then you can become a professional communicators after this thing. And the professional communicators can do so many things into the society, to the world also. You know, teachers, lecturers, religious leaders, also communication people depend on communication. You have to understand that thing. So without communication knowledge, no one can be like a person, no one can be like a proper human, no one can be like a professional communicator or professional worker. If you want to express that ideas to someone properly, that is professional communication idea, to understand that. So communication is not only a subject, it's a work, it's a process. That is the point. So get this idea. Communication. It's a very far expanded subject, very far expanded process. Okay. It's actually depend on that. Firstly, start at human origin, world origin, that much far. Human origin, world origin, that much far. Okay. It means every time in the world, communication is the first process that you can see. As an example, simply we can see, you know the breathing, 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 breathe out. Breathing, breathe out. Breathing, breathe out. This breathing, breathe out thing depend on what thing? In the environment ideas, no? You know, breathe in, breathe out also a communication. Okay? How we say that thing as a communication? Very simple. Communication meaning is what thing? Communication meaning is exchanging feeling, thoughts, and information to someone, selected someone. What is that? Exchanging feeling, thoughts, and information to selected one, selected someone. Ideas, what thing in there? It's exchange ideas there. Exchange idea. Okay? That exchange peoples we can call communicators. And some people can take the message and get the idea and get the understanding and redevelop the answer. That peoples we call receivers. So make this communication actually between the communicators and receivers activity, okay? Between that two activity. Think about that. So communication is not only a subject, it's a process all over the times in the society. Communicating, message, idea, answering comes. Questions comes, answering comes. Questioning comes, answering comes. So that's the point. So communication is not only a subject, it's a process. And communication means what thing? Exchanging feeling, thoughts, and information to selected one. Okay, that's the point. So communication, this subject actually to the school studies comes in Sri Lanka after 2006. After 2006. 2006. 2006, firstly, it introduced for what thing? Grade 10 O-level people. First experience of the communication studies like this. O-level subject, there's some buckets are there, bucket subjects, compulsory, not compulsory, separate subjects are there. The 2006 grade 10 O-level subject comes. After that in 2007, 11th grade O-level first paper comes in 2007. Okay. And after that, 2008, grade 12, advanced level, first batch for the A-level media, sorry, A-level media. And these 3 years are the golden years for the this communication subject, because this is the first time in Sri Lanka they introduced this subject for the school studies. Are you also in my A-levels? My A-levels 2012. Are you also a media student? My A-level time, media, political science, and IT, I do my A-levels. And media and IT, it's a compulsory subjects for us. and we have to select on a one art subject. So I select political science. Okay, because I really like that subject, because before that I get that idea, some ideas similar for the political in civics in the O levels. So that's why I select political science also. IT actually a compulsory one, and IT I really happy about now, because nowadays IT and media can control the country. All the country is controlling by IT systems and the media. That's the thing, communication. So I'm really happy about now, because I learned that thing in the past, and I sit for the A levels using that subject. So advanced knowledge I have for that thing. After that, university things are all things are gone. But I really happy about I do these subjects in the past. That's really helpful now, because now all the countries depend on these subjects. Now all the talents and other things expressed to the society using these subjects. It's a very valuable, important subjects now to the world. So you are also a lucky person, because you select this subject means you can become a walking university. Walking university. That's the thing. Walking university. Now, after that, in the past 2008-9, that time period, this communication and media study subject is some kind of art subject. Art subject. Art subject. But after 2015, 16, it become a tech side subject. Now it's not the art subjects. Now it's some kind of a technological subject. So now it's a combined subject, art with tech. That's why IT and media comes. IT is some kind of a tech idea, media also now actually some tech idea. So that is the now combo idea. So it's an art subject in the past, but now it's not like art subject. Now it's actually a technical subject with art ideas are there also. So after that thing, firstly, you have to understand this subject is not a difficult subject, not difficult subject. Okay, difficult subject, not a difficult subject. Difficult subject. It's a very simple subject, simple process. That is the thing. And only thing you have to know, uh, you have to improve your knowledge about the outside things. It means context of the society, and please develop your common sense about the media, and please watch television, listen to the radio, and read some newspapers if you can. Mostly you are in social media now. Please use social media properly, and then get the idea about the medias. Social media also enough to get the other media ideas, because social media also you can see the news channels, news also. So that is the point. So get the point like that. Okay, that's the idea. So after that, firstly I explained what are the lessons that we have in the syllabus. Okay. Mainly, actually, this lesson have small syllabus. 12 lessons are there. 12 lessons are there. 12 lessons are there. Okay. That 12 lessons divide into two categories. 12 grade and 13 grade. Okay. That's the point. Okay. 12th one have 6 topics. And also 13 also have 6 topics. That's a total become 12. Okay. 6 subjects for the 6 lessons for the 12 syllabus, 6 lessons for the 13 syllabus. Right? What are the 12 syllabus one now? First lesson. Beginning and expansion. Expansion. Beginning and expansion of the communication. That is the first lesson. Beginning and expansion. Beginning means recently I told you it's actually belongs to the human origin and world origin idea. And exchanging idea, expansion idea comes with like this type of things, expansion. The hooting is a very primary communication system, not using most of the technologies. Okay. So hooting is a primary based concept, and hoot into AI or hoot into social media, if we can see, that is one thing. Expansion. Hooting is there. Other thing is what? Hooting. Other thing is where? Think about that thing. Hooting. Other things fire, smoke, human voice. This type of things are primary communication systems. Without any technology, we can use that thing very properly, easily, simply. That's the idea. Beginning means that human origin or world origin idea. Expansion means that idea. Okay. Second one, foundation of the communication. Of communication. Foundation of communication. You know, every building, every construction need one thing, a foundation. Why the foundation we born? Without foundation also we can build something, but why the foundation we born? Because foundation can stabilize that structure, no? Okay, stable that structure. So communication also same like that. Okay, communication also same like that. If you have your first idea, first attempt is good thing, positive thing, automatically the other things also good. I always believe that Newton's law idea, Newton's law what thing? Every action has the same and equal reaction. So we do something properly, automatically people come here. That's the thing. So foundation of the communication. Foundation means information. Information. So information can develop what thing? Communication. That's the thing. So foundation of the communication means information. Recently I told you, uh, feeling, thoughts and ideas, information to someone, exchanging someone, selected one. That is communication. So information also very important thing for communication ideas. And third one. Third one have 3 topics. Third one have 3 topics. Okay. What the 3 topics? So the one communication types. Next one, communication forms are there. And communication models are there. Communication models are there. In here types, we can see so many are there. 6 main types are there. 4 main types and 6 means 2 additional things are there. But four main types of communication types we can see. What type of thing? Four main types means this one. Intrapersonal communication, we can see intrapersonal communication. Intra means you with your brain idea, you with your brain and the five sense and nerve system, always with you and always it's support for you. And if you say something, they can without saying something. Already we can use something using the brain idea. So brain and nerve system idea is what thing? Intrapersonal communication. Second one, interpersonal communication. Interpersonal communication means what thing? Two people are there. They can exchange that thing very easily than others. It's called that face-to-face communication system we can see according to the interpersonal communication system. And the third one, group communication system. If you want to be with like a group idea in a school, classroom activities, helping each other, saving each others, uh, that type of things are very good things. Okay, that type of things are very good. That's uh, group communication characteristics are there. After that, fourth one is the main idea, mass communication types. Okay, mass communication. Mass communication means that police station, some kind of things, police stations, hospitals, that type of things, common places, and you can see common places have common people attitudes also. So mass media not for the selected persons, mass media always for the public people, most of the people, all the peoples. So think about that thing. So mass communication, some kind of a technical idea. It has electronical and print media based idea. Two systems are there, electronic and print media. Two things have some examples. Electronic means television and radio things, and print means newspaper type idea, magazine show, handbills, that type of things. That type of ideas are there. So think about the types are there. Additional two types are what thing? Additional two first type is uh, virtual communication system. Virtual communication. Virtual communication system. Virtual means the data usage idea. Virtual means actually it's not physically we can see, but very speed, high speed, we can't catch that thing. That much speed, that type of idea, that much speed, that much speed. Think about. Internet is the best example for this thing. And globalization all over the country is connected with this idea. Okay, this one visual communication system. That's the point. Okay, that's the idea. And next one, forms. Oral is there, formal, informal, also there in here. Okay, additional fifth one is which virtual communication is one. We not physical but speed. Internet is best example. But sixth one we have to write down. Sixth one is public communication. And public places, public marketplace, marches, actually picketings, political party meetings, near big match or something, sport festival of a school, that type of things are what thing? Public communication systems, public communication systems. You have to understand. The next thing, actually. Next one. Forms, no? Forms, actually, 8, 9 forms are there. Forms. Forms what thing? Forms what thing? Forms we use for what thing? Forms actually a supportive factor for developing the communication types. Supportive factor for developing communication types. Supportive factor for developing communication types. As an example, see, one person is there, another person also here. Think about now this person talking with him, and this person also working. Okay, that's the point. So its interconnection idea comes after it. After that thing, oral system we can use in there. And we can see sometimes written communication also we can use for that developing communications, relations. That idea. That's the point. So between these two, interpersonal communication also depend on what type of things. This type of oral, written, that type of things. This oral, written, and formal, informal, audio and visual, verbal, non-verbal, that type of things are the symbolic communication system. Symbolic communication system. Okay. So types, okay, 6 are there. Forms, first one, actually verbal communication, first one, verbal. Okay. Second one, non-verbal. Non-verbal communication system. Third one, audio communication. Audio communication. Fourth one, visual communication. Okay. Fifth one, written communication. Written communication. That idea is there. Sixth one, formal communication. Seventh one, okay. Seventh one, formal. One, informal. Okay. Informal communication. Okay. Eighth one is there. Performance. Okay. Verbal, non-verbal are there. Audio, visual, written is there. Formal, informal, performance are there. Okay. Oral communication also we can add with as nines are there. Okay. After the oral communication. Okay. That's the thing. So this type of forms we can see in the lessons, and we have to study that in the lessons. That is the point. So these forms can develop communication types, and these forms can maintain the communication types. Recently, interpersonal communication I explained you. That is the point. Okay. After that thing, models are there. Models means some kind of a graphical idea like this. Okay, this type of idea. Okay. Mainly the first type of communication model is this thing. It's called send a message receive. S means sender, M means message, R is receive. Okay. Send a message receive idea. Why it actually? Why we use communication model? Model we use what thing? Model we use what thing? Model be used to graphically explain what is the communication flow. See, you can see that. And graphically explain what is communication process. You can see that. Symbolize the communication elements, like we can see that. And after that, if someone have literacy problem to understand some kind of message, we can use this type of symbols. People can symbols understand, no, they can. That's the thing. And after that, why we develop a communication policy or something? Because about the data flow, about the information flow and elements categorizing, and that type of things are very important. And it's not a simple work, but if you practice, 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 and practice that thing, automatically it happens. So Models for what thing? Models for graphical idea for the communication studies, and it can indicate what thing? Information flows and the element flows, and it's open or not. That's the point. Okay. After that thing, now the verbal, non-verbal things are okay. No? Verbal means words coming out your mouth. Non-verbal means without words we can communicate with others, like road signs, symbols, colors, shapes, that type of things. Emojis also we can use. So after that thing, non-verbal also have two types. Non-verbal have sign language idea with body language idea. Okay, understand. In the lessons, I explain that thing again, but just for the idea. Okay, what are the inside of this lesson? That's the point. Fourth lesson. Fourth lesson have four topics. It's first one is this thing, traditional communication, traditional media. Okay, I think it's mass media. Other one is new media. Other one is social media. So traditional media, mass media, new media, social media. That's the media types that we can see. Okay. So in the lesson, fourth lesson belongs to what thing? Traditional media is there, mass media is there, new media, social media is there. What type of idea you can get after this idea? See, primary communication in here, traditional one, primary. Okay, in here, newly update. Think about that. So this lesson says what thing? That exchanging idea, exchange idea. Okay. This lesson says what in traditional media to social media means that's evaluation. Okay. Evaluation idea. That evaluation says that prehistoric era, prehistoric era to what thing? New era. That is the point. Prehistoric era to new era. That's the evaluation or expansion of communication. That is the point. So this fourth lesson belongs to that idea. New media means internet and computer-based systems, computers, okay? And social media, no, social media have the smart device usage, smart devices usage. These all the things controlling by the communication usage, you have to get the idea. Okay, that's the point. That's a fourth lesson idea. Fourth lesson for what thing? Evaluation of the communication idea. Okay. Fifth lesson, next one. Culture. Culture is the lesson and culture and the media impact. Firstly, you have to understand what is culture. Culture means some kind of that distractions, sometimes distortion in a state of recovery. That is the basic point for the culture idea. But culture is not a stable thing. Culture every time change. Culture every time change. It's a change activity, change one. So culture every time change, and culture very flexible thing. Every country have a culture, and that culture mostly it's changed. Day to day it's changed. That is the point. Day to day it's change. And culture have so many types. Culture actually start from the communication. See, that also start from communication. Firstly, communication is there. And after that thing, people communicate, it can develop but in relationships. And the relationships can develop but in society. And societies can develop but in Varti. Varti. It's culture. So this also depend on what thing? Communication. Without communication, no relationship. No relationship is no society. No society means no culture. There are so many culture types we have discussed. Traditional culture, traditional culture. Second one, classical culture. Next one, mass culture. Mass culture. Next one, popular culture. Popular culture. Next one, media culture. Last one, global culture. Okay, global culture. So this thing actually between this traditional culture, this one, sorry for that thing. Okay. Between this one to this one, see, traditional to global. This one very primary one. And this one very new one. So primary one, primary communication type to new communication type. That is the evaluation of the culture also. How to think about that? That thing we can discuss according to this lesson. According to this lesson, very important one. Okay, every culture need this idea. Every religion have to understand this idea. Every nationality have to understand this idea. This is actually a journey, a development, evaluation. That is the point. Understand? Sixth one, next one. Before that thing, the media impact also we can discuss. What is media impact for the communication idea? Impact. Impact means this thing that um, radio, teledramas really effect for the society. Advertisements effect for the society. Reality shows effect for the society. Okay, and sometimes quiz programs affect the society. That type of things are there. So effective, so many things are there. Media impact means mostly is impact for the children's, women's, and the youngers actually. And already it's all the attitudes and things also are changed after that. Food addictions, behaviors, word pattern, vocal pattern, personality, all the things are changed after the impact. Okay, so think about impact is not a good thing, it's a very bad thing. Okay, after sixth lesson, media literacy and criticism. And criticism. Literacy and criticism. Literacy, you know. But in this lesson we have discussed one thing, not only normal literacy. There's idea media literacy. Then what is media literacy? Literacy means ability to read, write, and understand. Then other thing is media literacy. You can get some ideas about every media messages, but you have to use four skills for that. What thing? Analyzing, utilization, evaluating, and creating. If you cover these four things, automatically you can get the ideas about mainly what is actually media literacy. Okay. Other point is their criticism. Criticism is what thing? Criticism means deeply analyzing something and get the ideas, get the meanings about the communication system or system concepts. That's the thing you have to understand. Okay. Literacy is actually measurement idea, main factor for what thing? Main factor for measure the development of a country. Main factor for measure the development of a country. Measure development of a country. Very important one. Very important thing. You have to understand that thing. So it's some kind of a developing factor, developing measuring factor. What thing? Literacy. Literacy also have so many tabs: audio literacy, visual literacy, video literacy, written literacy. So many things are there. But before that thing, every person have developed what thing? Literacy. Literacy, we didn't understand. In the communication, if we study, what are the main two communication aims? If they ask in the paper, two things are there. What thing? First thing, actually, developing the criticism. Second thing, developing the literacy. Literacy and criticism is a very important thing for that. That's the point. So understand, okay? And after that, that's the point. Criticism means what thing? Deeply analyzing idea. Some kind of this thing that society have two types ideas. This one subtext. This one text. Okay. So criticism is not to find out this thing. Criticism can find out this thing. It means deeply analyzing something and you can get the society actual things, actual base, actual ideas about the hidden society idea. Think about that. That's the point. So literacy is read that and understand, and criticism is deeply analyzing something. And if you know these two things, you can understand easily what are the truth, what is the truth, and how the people hide something from. After that thing, the 13 syllabus thing you can get. 6 lessons are there. First lesson, seventh lesson, creative communication. Creative communication have the camera technical ideas we have discussed. Drama and theater we have discussed in there. Communication language usage we have discussed in there. And how to understand what is creation idea is there. And creations elements we have discussed in that area. And some kind of electronical and print media based ideas you have discussed in that area. So culture and media culture develop actually after the media, after the television media comes. So media, main things, creative things, production ideas, we can get that idea in this lesson. If you have main thing, that last 12 syllabus thing, 12 syllabus, 6 lesson, all the lessons are theoretical one. Theory. All are theory. Okay. All are theory. And 13 syllabus ideas are practical. So if you know the theory in the 12 syllabus, you can already practically apply that thing in the 13 syllabus. Okay. So if you know the theory, you can apply that thing in practically. That is the lesson idea. Okay. So seventh lesson idea, seventh one, creative communication. Eighth lesson, another profession comes, public relation and issue management. Okay. Public relation officers are there. Very good profession. Not only Sri Lanka, other countries also. And issue management also there. Issue management, event management also we can use. Event management, issue management, both are we can use. Event management, issue management also a profession. Nowadays we can see so many teams are there in the social media also. They organize the concerts, they organize the some kind of that type of programs also very important. And that type of things comes with this lesson. If you study this lesson, you can get the idea for the basic ideas about the public relation things and how to manage event, how to manage a issue or something. You can get that idea in here. Ninth one, developing communication. Developing communication. Developing communication comes like what is development? Actually, communication with development. Communication is the oldest idea. Development is comes after 18th century, 19th century ideas. So after the Second World War, that developing communication concepts come for the world because more human damages we can see in the Second World War. And after that, thing, physical and mental damages are there. So after that thing, they develop a development concept because UNESCO mainly they develop that thing for build up or empowering the people after the war thing. Okay, so why they use communication for this thing? Because if you use communication methods properly, we can develop country very easily. That's the thing. And rural area peoples, how we get that support from that people using that communication language usage, that type of things we can use to get their ideas for our ideas. That's the thing. And we can use television, we can use radio, we can use social media nowadays also to get the ideas, get the developmental ideas, and get the normal idea about the development. That is the thing. Understand that thing. Huh? 10th one. That's communication policies. Policies and media regulation. Communication, policies means rules. Some restrictions, some frames are there. Government develop policies are government policies. People develop policies are public policies. Government policies actually based on the law idea. People policies based on the needs and requirements. So, but if you have the communication policy in the government, we can't never spoil against that point because it's a actually legal problem. Okay, developing fake news or something, we can't develop that thing. Okay, other thing, media regulation means what thing? Media controlling, control the medias. It means some media people, media channels develop their private agenda. According to that private agenda, some people are very selfish type ideas. Some media channels always they try to develop fake news, so very kind of wrong type of news and fake news. That's a good. That's not a good thing. It's a very big problem. So we have to regulate that thing using some laws, using some patterns, using some systems, and using some censorship posts. That type of cancellation about the license or something. We have to control that. So this full lesson belongs to law. So if you want to be law here, you can use this lesson for that thing. No problem. This one for the DOs, this one for the management ideas, this one for the district secretaries, that type of things. And this one for the lawyers ideas. Okay. 11th one. Sri Lankan media. Sri Lanka media with contemporary tense. Contemporary trends, contemporary trends. Sri Lanka media means we have the television, we have the radio, we have the cinema, we have the mobile phone also, smart devices also now. But firstly, we have only the newspaper. It's 18th century idea. After radio comes 18th century, first part, and after the thing, television comes after 1970s. Internet things comes after 1990s. That much of thing, that type of things. That is the idea about what Tinder, this contemporary type media type ideas. And some trends are there. Contemporary trends. Trends means what type of trends? That convergence, deregulation, demassification. Don't get complicated idea about that thing. Just words, very simple, but you have the tunes and something. I can give the tunes for that. So very simple thing. Huh? And 12 syllabus, lesson 12 lesson, 13 syllabus, last lesson is communication survey. Communication survey. Survey means we have to, if you have the problem, common problem, we have to find out the data and collect the data and analyze the data. After analyzing, you can develop a deduction idea and you can develop a report to the people, to the scholars, and after that thing you can get the marks for that. Sure. That communication service means actually channels also do sometimes service and after that get some ideas about their channels own. But this type of service not like that personal type one. This one actually a common based service. Actually, government static department we know, and the government we know, and some political parties also involved for this thing, and mainly transparency international that type of organizations also involved for this thing. So communication survey is not only a simple thing, very important thing. And communication survey have two types. First type is actually um, descriptive service. Descriptive service means the background idea we can get no problem. But other thing is analytical service. Most probably idea comes with analytical service. Analytical service are very accurate one than the descriptive service. So that is the point. So to understand that thing. Huh? So this is the 12th and 13th syllabus lessons. And I just give the small explanation for you. And the paper of this lesson, this question, this subject paper. 2 hour paper you have, 2 hour paper, MCQ paper, 2 hour MCQ paper, you have 50 questions are there, 50 questions are there, and they add left into the paper 50 multiplied by 2, then the marks, that the idea, okay? And this one first paper, second paper after that thing is a 3 hour paper. Okay, structure. 7 questions are there. Only you have to select 5 questions, then write, and it takes 200 marks, then dividing by 2, they add to the marks. That's the point. So 2 hour paper for the MCQ, 3 hour paper for the structure paper one. Very easy, but you have to keep studying. Keep studying. Without studying, you can't win this game. If you want to win this game, please keep studying. Number one is keep studying. That's the thing. So after that, before starting the lessons, you have to get that materials, and that for you have to put a WhatsApp message for me for the details of your address and other things. And after that, you have to finalize the payment for the classes, and you have to receive the messages for us. Then we issue the materials for your address. That the system. So we have to follow the systems in here, and we send you the writing book, our class writing book, very high quality product writing book, and syllabus book for you, and the tudes for you, and some monetary sheets for you, and a notebook for you. Notebook for you. Small notebook and other big notebook, note down idea. And other thing is syllabus book and the tude also. So it's some kind of package. So if you want to get that thing, put a WhatsApp message for me for the paper address, and after that you have to pay the class fee, and we issue that thing after that point. So any doubts if you have, please tell me, and I can explain that thing very simply and quickly if I have the time. Okay. So after that thing, this is not only a subject. Please think about it can develop so many people's life. It can develop so many people's needs and requirements are there. So why you worry about that thing? And it's a good, it's a score type subject. Okay, good digits rate now we have in the media. Okay, and in the 13 universities in Sri Lanka, government universities are there. In 13, 8 universities have media communication studies. So you have so many paths to go. And journalists, actors, actresses, editing people, directors, scriptwriters, filmmakers, uh, debaters, presenters, lecturers, all the people depend on communication skills. So this all the professions open for you. If you study communication, this all the professions open for you. And you can get so many ideas about that thing after studying communications. And this is the lessons and two syllabus of the syllabus communication subject. And hope to join with us. Put a WhatsApp message for me and do that detailed thing I recently told you. Then you can buy the tute and you can get the ideas about the communication idea. So thanks for watching this and hope to see you guys soonly. I'm Rajitha via Media Sunny. See you next time. Bye.